Yeah, so that went well. For technical difficulties, we ate like 25 minutes of my time, so I'll have to be very, very brief. I can't see you guys because there's light flashing in my eyes. So my name is Mike. I'm a CEO and founder of Brand24. I'll talk about our modest experience with taking our startup global, and yeah, again, those are modest tips because there's plenty of people with more experience in global business, but we have some insights we already collected, and I would like to share them with you guys. So first, yeah, my company does social media monitoring, so whenever whoever talks about your brand, product, or competitor, we let you know, and you can interact, you can engage, get insights, whatever. And we've been doing really well locally. We've been doing really well in Poland. We've been profitable from the day one. We've been growing ever since. Ever since from our release, we're getting close to 500 customers. The majority of them comes from Poland. And those are really huge brands. We are really, honored to work with. This is the number of our paid subscribers from the release in late 2011 up to this moment. And yeah, we've launched our product in a global version of our product just 2 months ago. There was a commercial release of our product, and we also launched Indonesian or Asian version of our product a year ago. So those are the experience that got me some insights, and I'd love to share them with you. So first and foremost, marketing. It's really hard to get attention from people these days. We are bombed with all those banners, ads. People just wanting us to buy their products. So in order to get their attention, we have to surprise them with something. And you can do that any way you like. We've been doing this via our videos. We've been pretty successful with our video with welcoming one of our customers. Hopefully you will. Yeah. Well, I don't really have time anyway for the videos to show you videos. So if you will be interested in so everything today turns against my presentation, it looks like. Guys, can I have some help? Okay. Yeah. Way to treat a speaker. So, yeah, we've been really successful with our videos. The videos where we welcome IKEA as our customer went viral. It generated almost 200,000 views, both Polish version and English version. And it became featured on Ads of Word, which is one of the most prominent advertising blogs out there. Yeah, the guy said that he's going to get the duct tape to fix this. So. And for some reason, we became also featured on Yahoo Japan. We were on the main side of Yahoo Japan. Don't know why. Also on many advertising blogs. So it really went well for us. And so you have to surprise. I would love to show you video. You can Google it. You can search our YouTube channel. But it generated us a lot of customers, a lot of traffic on our website. We had the biggest growth in our customers came after releasing this video. And actually, for 2-3 weeks, my every email or phone call was starting or ending with an expression like, and just in case we saw your video with IKEA, it was awesome. So it really generated a lot of value for the company. So the next thing I'd like to recommend is to interact, and this is the best thing you can do. If I were to distill my presentation into just 5 slides, I would recommend you to interact with people talking about topics related to your business. And we do that whenever somebody's grabbing our content, sharing our video, talking about our company, about our competitor, whatever. We're there to talk, to interact with them. And whenever there's somebody complaining about Google alerts, I'm there to recommend my modest product, and it really works. If I were to, it actually worked before, so. Yeah, so I'll just talk. If I were to pinpoint the key sources of our customers in our global version, so customers from US, Singapore, Italy, Bulgaria, whatever, it is Twitter. It's so all those discussions we've made generated a lot of leads, generated a lot of accounts, and they just turned into customers when we started to charging them with subscription plans. So if I were to pinpoint one major source of our customers, it would be Twitter. So if you think about going global with your business, think Twitter. And interaction with people on Twitter also have, or anywhere on the web, has also one additional benefit. You turn people into ambassadors. Me engaging all those discussions, talking to all those people about monitoring, about things relevant to my business, made possible all those publications about my company. And I haven't paid a single dime for any of those for any of this articles featuring Brand24 on social media blogs out there. Seven social media marketing tools you've never used, and the first one is Brand24. So it also generates us a lot of traffic, a lot of leads, and it gives a lot of value. And people are starting to recommending my product on their own. And this is the best thing that can happen to your business. People sympathizing with your brand so much that they promote your product just on their own. And often, before even I'm able to engage the discussion, there's some of our ambassadors already interacting with those people and promoting our service. So, it looks good when I, as a CEO, care enough to interact with those people, but it's even better when there are, people outside my company sympathizing with our company enough to recommend it organically. So there's more and more buzz all over internet where people just recommend our product organically, and there's a lot of value in this. So the solution is almost for everyone. Any company can use can interact with potential customers to sell, to promote, to do whatever. And the last week I had a teleconference with one of our customers, which is Israeli company called Briola. They sell comfortable bras, and they've been picking up discussions all over Twitter where ladies are complaining about uncomfortable bras, and they were engaging those discussions and promoting the service. And within a week, they were having such good results with this form of communication and promotion of their website that now they're putting more and more people into to cover more and more discussions about bras online. So any company can do that, and but the devil is in the details. Twitter permits or Twitter only allows us to be brief because there's 160 characters. But whenever you try to build a relationship with a customer, investor, partner, whatever, ambassador, you have to be brief. Normally, there's like a handful of people every day that approach me via Facebook or Twitter, and they're like, hi Mike, I know you're probably busy person, so I won't take much of your time. I'd like to consult you with my idea, consult my idea of you, and there's like 15 fucking paragraphs of description of their product later on, and they started the message with I won't take much of your time. So you have to really create a way for you to pitch your product, pitch your idea, whatever you want with me or whatever you want with your partner, investor, influencer, whoever, with just, few sentences. And there's actually a very cool video I wanted to show you, but for some reason it doesn't work. So here's the practical knowledge. Here's a practical tutorial. This is a bit.ly link to a tutorial about how to create emails that generate a huge conversion, and how to build relationships with influencers, ambassadors, web celebrities, stuff like that. And what I can promote is, to convince you to use non-standard channels of communication. Try to use, Facebook was huge for us. We've signed more than half of our customers through Facebook, actually. But these days, people get used to, being pitched via Facebook. But so you have to think about new ways of approaching your customers, partners, web celebrities, whatever. You can use Instagram private messages. You can use fucking Vine videos. Anything you like, you can use it. So. Getting to more insights from our global expansion, if I were, to tell you about one major insight I got from our first months of global release, is that you can do so much things remotely. I was, a few months ago, I was at the Web Summit in Dublin, and I was sat on the speaker's diner next to Microsoft Ventures CEO. So, we just talked. He asked me what I do, and I wanted to impress the guy. And I talk about, how we are a modest Polish company going global, and we are just weeks away from opening an office in New York or San Francisco, because I wanted to impress the guy, that's a Polish company that's opening an office in San Francisco. How cool is that? And he said that I'm a stupid guy for doing that. Well, maybe not in such a hard words, but he gave me a lot of incentive that this is not a wise move. And he said that he's like he's member of board in 3 companies that are doing over $100 million in revenue in the US, and none of them have an actual office in US. And our first months of global expansion showed me this exactly same thing. I've been several weeks both in San Francisco and New York, and I managed to approach a huge amount of people. I generated a lot of leads, potential customers, and guess how many of them bought my product within first 2 months? 0. Yeah. So that went well. We've been able to sign 40 customers within our first 2 months of a global release, and those are companies from US, Singapore, Bulgaria, Italy, Denmark, whatever, and all of them come from our scalable marketing, online sales, remote sales. So as far as I can imagine that some of those leads I generated while being in the US will turn into customers eventually. I'm sure of that. But it shows you, how what's the potential in going global, remotely. There's so many things you can do remotely. So going into practical stuff, I recommend you YouTube marketing. Many of companies don't see YouTube as the second largest search engine. We have released plenty of videos related to social media monitoring. We try to educate the market. We try to show that this is not only a tool for Fortune 500 companies, but this is a tool for small and medium business owners as well. And if you type social media monitoring, which is the most important keyword globally for our business, anywhere on the planet, you get our video first over huge companies like Salesforce, Sysamos, whatever. So it wasn't really hard to get there. It's not like we use some fancy YouTube SEO or whatever. We just put a valuable material on the website. We put a lot of description in, and it just works. And so the second thing that also works very good is SlideShare. We've been very successful with our SlideShare content the analysis for the most interactive tech blogs out there. I generated a lot of traffic. Some of this traffic turned into customers. SlideShare is also happy with promoting a good content. So it's not that difficult to promote to generate a valuable content you can share on SlideShare, and you can generate traffic for your website. So I wanted to talk about the business model, and again I had a very cool video to show you guys. So my simple and modest tip for you is the software as a service model rules. I have some would say luxury of being in several companies. My previous companies were not in the software as a service model. I was a publisher, so I made money out of ads and all. And software as a service model is so much better. There's nothing more, there's nothing better in business-wise than waking up to the alert from your CRM, letting you know that some fucking company in Singapore just tested your product, think it's good enough for them, and bought it for $99, and you never saw them, you never talked to them, and it just happens. And this is my screenshot from my Thunderbird, and this is just like last few days of our global version CRM alerts, and this is not much, but it gives me but it's a start, and it's satisfying to see companies from all over the world using your product and finding it attractive enough to pay several hundred dollars for or a few $1,000s. And actually one of those companies one of those customers is the state police in Kentucky, monitoring potential threats for the life of governor of Kentucky. So who the fuck in the right mind could imagine that Polish company would work with state police of Kentucky to prevent threats to governor's life? So I wanted my presentation to be practical, so I have few tips for you, few tools I'd like to recommend. Most of those tools are free. So the first one is Signals. It's a simple Gmail plugin that lets you know when people actually read your email or opened your email, and what IP addresses opened your emails, how many people within what company. So it gives you a huge value in terms of whether your pitch was good enough to be read or bad enough to be read and not people and not responded. So the second tool I like to recommend is Reportive. This is this also plugin to Gmail turns any or almost any email like jk42@gmail.com into actual person. And when you're doing business online and when you're trying to sell your product remotely, it gives you a huge advantage because, just imagine mail jk42@gmail.com signing up for your website, and you want to reach out to this potential customers. And these days, I know that this is Jamie Kramer from New York, from Media Gravity Agency, who's and this is his Twitter profile, this is his LinkedIn profile, and I'm like, what's up, Jamie? How's New York? I saw you have just signed your new customer. Is there any way I can help you with marketing? And this this sort of message generates way better conversion ratio. So the next one is a Polish company, live chat. I recommend using any sort of live chat. It's such a simple tool, and it gives you a huge value by allowing your customers to reach you within just one click, with no registration, with no phone calls. One click away. You're always one click away from your customer, or your customer is actually one click away from any service provider. The last tool I'd like to recommend is Intercomio, and this is this is more advanced tool, but because this is actually to improve your conversion ratio from your website. So anytime somebody is stuck with your pricing, They don't know which subscription plan to use. Intercommunal tracks their behaviors, and if they're stuck, you can pop out the message, introducing your help desk officer, whatever. So it gives you huge value in terms of customer relations. So if I were going to the end of my presentation, if I were to pinpoint one major difference between Poland and Silicon Valley or whatever, is we lack the openness. It happens rarely that competitors or people share their knowledge in Poland. People rather keep to themselves. If they are successful, they rather keep their knowledge to themselves and keep their contacts to themselves. Their media relations. And I feel like we are all standing in front of the wall, and we are all trying to jump over the wall, rather than just ask the next person to help out and to go through the wall all together. So there's a huge value in leveraging all our contacts. So, and it happened to me so many times. So many times I had I helped a person totally, selflessly, and later on, like several months later, it appeared that this is a person that actually works at Facebook, or it just got work on Facebook and allowed us to, to get a special access to whatever. Or so there's a lot to gain in culture of openness. And when I was going back from San Francisco, I saw Wired magazine, and on the cover it was 100 hottest startups in Europe, and guess how many of them were from Poland? None. Yeah. So, and it's not because we lack the very cool projects, and it's not that we are not that good. It's just that probably no one knew the editor, or no one was willing to share the contact with editor. So we have to be open. We have to share our knowledge. We have to do that, because then we push we push Poland. We push our society further, and we can build something better. So at the end of my presentations, I'll just like to talk about more philosophy, whatever. Yeah, thanks. So you will probably meet disbelievers all your life. People saying that your idea sucks, that your product will not sell, and we actually met dozens of people like that. So many people said that we wouldn't be able to sell our product. That it's nice product, but there's plenty of social media marketing services out there. You'll be just the next one, and yet within 3 years we are here, and we are probably a leader in Poland, and we are starting to doing really well globally. So yeah, I was about to talk about how my University of Technology thought I suck, and now they brag about how proud they are with me being their graduate. So you better fucking believe that you can build a global company. And there's plenty of companies, again, LiveChat, there's plenty of companies that are doing really well, Polish companies or semi-Polish companies that are doing really well. And you have nothing to fear in going global. LiveChat have 7,000 customers globally, and they are growing a few hundred customers every month. When you go to fucking Iceland and you're trying to rent a car, you see a LiveChat component on their website. So this is a huge company. Also, Base, they're doing amazing job in CRM business. And this is not really that easy business to go into. There's plenty of competitors. Witcher, everybody knows Witcher game. It's actually a company from Krakow, I believe. And they do amazing work. And this is a well-known game all over the world. And this is definitely doable. Again, Polish smartwatch called Remo. It looks amazing, and when it stands to my fucking Pebble, my Pebble looks like a child's toy rather than the smartwatch next to Remo. So what I'm trying to say is you have to believe. You have to believe that you can do anything. And just the last slides in my presentation, some of you may know Brian Acton. This is a guy who worked 11 years at Yahoo, and he was fired. They thought he's not really that good, and he started to look for another work, and he documented all his efforts with Twitter. And he started networking. He got denied by Twitter. They said he's not good enough. He got denied by Facebook. They also said he's not good enough. And he started his own company called WhatsApp, and he sold it to Facebook for $19 billion. So, whenever there's somebody telling you that this can't be done, that you're not good enough or your product sucks, you have to believe. You have to believe that if you set your mind to it, if you wake up and go to sleep every day thinking about your product, you can do anything. Thanks.